Welcome to the LongBox Paradox, episode 39.5, and we're going to be going over the week's releases for the week of 9/11/19. So, we're going to start right out with Image Comics, and we have Analog number 8. I still have not read an issue of this. I know it's been optioned. I honestly don't really hear a lot of people talking about it at all. It's in my read pile. I am still far, far, far behind. Beauty number 29 comes out. I'm looking at the A cover by Jeremy Hahn and Filardi. The series still is fairly interesting to me. I just love that there's this kind of STD that makes people beautiful and then burns them out and kills them. Coffin-Bound 2 comes out. First issue was okay. I kind of wanted a little bit more out of it. Hopefully this fleshes it out a little bit more. Otherwise, I can see myself dropping it fairly quick too. There is also the third printing of issue 1 coming out. We got Hit Girl Season 2 number 8. I have not been loving it, so it's kind of off my read pile. Isola number 9. They also, in the solicits, mentioned that it's going to bi-monthly. The A cover by Kerschel is the one that I'll be picking up. Kick-Ass number 17. The Fruzen cover for A. I've been enjoying the run with this new character, with the new version of Kick-Ass. So I'll be staying with it. Man-Eaters number 11 still continues to be a weird book. I'm just kind of hanging in there to see where it goes. Oblivion Song number 19. I'm still getting it. I read it. I'm not over the moon in love with it. I keep waiting to see if it's going to hit this next level of a little bit more going on. Postal Deliverance number 3. I enjoy Postal quite a bit. Matt Hawkins, fine job on this title. Reaver number 2, second printing comes out, and Reaver number 3 comes out. Reaver number 3, it's got a Becky Cloonan cover, so of course I'll be picking it up. Sonata has a bunch of second printings coming out for number 2 and 3. Issue 4 comes out, both covers by Haberlin and Van Dyke. We also get Thumbs number 4 out of 5 coming out. And a book that I'm super excited to be launching again because it feels like it's been at least 2 to 3 years since it last came out. Trees, 3 Fates number 1. Warren Ellis had been putting out this tale for a while, and it kind of went on back burner hiatus just suddenly out of nowhere, and I'm happy to read this and see where it goes. My friend and I both were kind of shocked that when it just disappeared, and she's been kind of subtweeting Warren Ellis for quite a while about it. Black Hammer Justice League number 3 coming out from Dark Horse Comics, 5 different covers. I think I'm going to get the Doc Shaner one. I'm hoping also that this picks up a little bit more because I've been a little bit underwhelmed by the book. IDW, pretty much Canto number 4 is the only one really that has caught my eye. And then we're DC Comics. Batman number 78 comes out. The Clayman cover A, and then the Tony Daniel cover. The Clayman cover, in my opinion, is the better cover. Yeah, I'll probably end up reading it. I have to see where this bullshit goes, especially since there's only 7 issues left after this one. Batman the Outsiders number 5. The regular cover Kirkham one is the one, in my opinion, to get. And then we have Catwoman number 15. Art Germ, Michelle Pfeiffer, Batman Returns cover. I have a feeling that one is going to be in high demand, so make sure you're able to get it. Collapser number 3 of 6 comes out. I'm still in on it. I'm curious where it's going to go. Detective Comics 1011, continuing the Deadshot story and also the Mr. Freeze story in the back half of the book. Brian Hitch cover, I believe, is the one I'll be picking up. And book I'm really excited about how this is going to wrap up. We're on issue 4 of 6, and that's Event Leviathan. And the B cover by Care Andrews is the one that is in my sights to pick up. Flash number 78 comes out. I am not really in love with either cover. I'm a little bit disappointed, actually, to be honest. Still loving Josh Williamson's Flash, though. Just the covers I'm not too big on. Gotham City Monsters is going to be coming out. It's kind of like they want to do a horror book, but they had to throw Gotham City into it so they could get it published. Both covers are alright. I'm not overly in love with either one, but I'll be checking out the book. Hawkman number 16, I do not like the book, but the Enoch Lee covers have been fantastic, and no change on that on this one. Justice League Odyssey number 13, the Year of the Villain cover is of not Asbats, Azrael, and it is by Lucio Perillo, and it is fantastic. We also get Riddler Year of the Villain number 1, a little one-shot story. The Year of the Villain, actually, one-shots have been fairly decent. I especially like the Black Mask one, which I was surprised by. Wonder Woman number 78, I'm not actually reading the book. I'm just picking up the Friesen covers. And Young Justice number 8, the cardstock variant edition by John Boy Myers. I'm not sure why, but I like it. Move on to Marvel, where, guess what? More Absolute Carnage crossovers. Absolute Carnage, Symbiote of Vengeance. Oh boy, feels like a kind of reaching for that crossover. Absolute Carnage versus Deadpool number 2. The first issue is fairly good. Kind of curious if this will be able to hold up. Age of Conan, Valeria number 2, Jay Anacleto cover. I've been liking all of the Conan books lately. Then we got Amazing Spider-Man number 29. The A cover by Otley is actually pretty damn good. There is a B cover by Mark Bagley for the Immortal covers. Black Cat number 4, it's J. Scott Campbell cover. The book's been bad, though. It's really been bad. It's hard to kind of even get excited about it. Captain Marvel number 10, I still pretty much think the inside of the book is not great. The art's not great. This writing is but a fantastic Mark Brooks cover. And then Daredevil number 11, Chichetto is back. The Tedesco cover is nice. Fantastic writing by Zdarsky. And there is a Immortal wraparound variant, and it is by Pham. And it's all the different versions of Daredevil. Interesting cover art. It's one of actually of all the Immortal covers, it's probably one of my favorites. Doctor Strange number 19 will be out, and it's been okay. Not one of my favorite books, but every now and again you get an interesting little arc on it. Guardians of the Galaxy Prodigal Son number 1. The Prodigal Son stuff has been very hit or miss with me. Invaders number 9. Supposedly this is getting canceled soon. But I've been enjoying it. Zdarsky's writing on it. It's made me care about Namor again. This little tilt he's done on Namor's personality. Invisible Woman number 3. It's all about the Adam Hughes cover on this. Fantastic cover. It's kind of like the Madonna Material Girl video, which is kind of a weird reference for me to pull out of nowhere. King Thor number 1. The covers are pretty good. Don't love the Alex Ross Immortal cover. And then we have Miles Morales Spider-Man number 10. There is also a Lupacino Immortal wraparound cover. Moon Knight Annual number 1. I kind of like the Jonathan Tyler Christopher variant. There is a Fairy Immortal variant as well. I'm a sucker for Moon Knight in general, so I'm good on that. Powers of X, there's 2 covers out of the 6, I think. There's a Rogue Greg Land cover that of different iterations of her, and then the Molina connecting variant. The A cover's alright, but I'm not overly in love with that. Scotty Young Mr. Sinister cover too, which I kind of like his Mr. Sinister. And then Silver Surfer Black number 4. The Garner Immortal wraparound cover is fantastic, which is the one I'll be looking at. For Star Wars, we have Age of Resistance, Supreme Leader Snoke number 1, and the McCone book cover is decent. Swordmaster number 3 comes out. I have not really been in love with Swordmaster. It's just kind of there. Venom number 18. The A cover is pretty fantastic, and that's the one I will be sticking with. Dynamite Comics, Chastity number 1. Chastity is a former Chaos Comics character. She was a punk rock vampire that also was a Slayer. Not a lot of the covers look the best. The Clayton Crane one is probably the one more than likely I'll pick up. They've changed her look quite a bit from the way she used to be in the comics, but looking forward to giving it a try. Boom Studios, Once and Future 4th printing comes out, and then there is a Something is Killing the Children 2nd print. Different cover than anything else that was released. Other than that, you know, the normal Go-Go Power Rangers cover, books. I think that was really it for me. Not a huge week. Some decent books. Of course, you know, Powers of X or Powers of 10, however they're referring to it. I've heard it referred to both. They've been good spec flips too, so keep that in mind if you happen to run across one of the variants, especially the connectings. The connectings seem to be the ones that people keep going after. I don't know if there's any spec value to the fallout of Batman 77 that will be in Batman number 78. Yeah, it's not one of the greatest weeks for me, at least collecting spec wise. There's a couple of things that might have a little bit of long term, but I don't know how much. So with that being said, thank you for joining me. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you Wednesday when I have my reviews up. Thank you and farewell.